of all the realistic options, whether it was Jane Timpkin, Matt Dolan, all these other idiots, John Husted was the best selection by far. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm having a great day myself, and before I get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. These are all great ways to support the daily content, but enough of the promotional stuff, let's get into it, because we have breaking news out of Ohio as we finally have JD Vance's replacement in the Ohio Senate seat. And after weeks of speculation about will it be Vivek Ramaswamy, will it be Jane Timpkin, will it be Matt Dolan, after all of that speculation, Mike DeWine, who is not the best governor, and a lot of people were afraid that he was going to pick a complete rhino, just picked Lieutenant Governor John Husted to be the replacement for JD Vance. Now, Husted is not the best on the issues. I want to be clear that he is not perfect. In fact, I would say he's at best, average. Like, he's not the worst Republican in the world. There's far worse ones out there, especially in Ohio. I mean, let's be honest. In Ohio, we don't have a bench whatsoever. I mean, for crying out loud, we had Rob Portman there for years. It's not the best state considering that it's a Republican stronghold now, but the point is, John Husted, while he's not the best on the issues and his track record is a bit iffy at times, of all the realistic options, whether it was Jane Timpkin, Matt Dolan, all these other idiots, John Husted was the best selection by far. And I'm glad that Mike DeWine decided to pick him over someone like Timpkin, over someone like Matt Dolan, who are just awful, way worse than he is. Now, again, Husted is not going to be this MAGA warrior. He does say good stuff in his announcement, how he accepted the appointment, like, we gotta restore manufacturing, crush government bureaucracy, but you look at his actual record, and he's not the best. He really is not the best on the issues, but is he the worst? No. He's not this rhino Republican that's gonna backstab you, but at the same time, he's not going to be this America First MAGA warrior like JD Vance was. So it is a downgrade, but compared to some of the other alternatives like Timpkin, like Dolan, I would argue it's technically a win. Like, I know that sounds awful that this is somehow a win, but compared to some of the other options, yeah, I would rather deal with John Husted for a couple of years, and maybe we can primary him out in 26, but the other options, well, they're not good, which the fact is, it is Ohio. We should have more JD Vance types, but sadly, we're kind of stuck with these type of Republicans for now, but compared to the alternatives, this is huge that we got someone even halfway decent, but I would argue that this really wasn't the biggest news out of Ohio. Like, it was significant, but let's be honest. We've known for a couple weeks now that Mike DeWine was going to make a selection soon, and it was probably going to be Husted, but the bigger news came from one of the other potential replacements for Vance, Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, everyone knows that he's supposed to be the co-leader of Doge, and he's supposed to help Musk with that, and everyone thought that's what he's going to focus on. But it does seem like ever since his whole H-1B visa drama from last month, it seems like there's been kind of a change of demeanor and attitude when it comes to Ramaswamy. Like, a lot of people, they're not happy with him still. Like, I'm still saying what he said last month was BS. He should rescind everything he said. He should apologize for it. But either way, we still thought that he was probably going to help lead Doge. Well, after this was announced, like, not even 5 minutes after this broke, we've received this bombshell from the Washington Post. It appears that Vivek Ramaswamy is in fact running for governor of Ohio. Yeah, like, this is coming from the Washington Post, not some far-right news outlet. This is the Washington Post reporting that, yeah, Ramaswamy more than likely is going to run for governor of Ohio, which came out of nowhere. Now, I guess it didn't come out of nowhere because there's been speculation for a while now that he may run for governor or Senate. But this broke, like, within minutes of John Husted officially being confirmed to be the replacement for Vance. So Ramaswamy more than likely is going to run for the governorship of Ohio. Now, the thing with Ramaswamy is, after the whole visa drama, I know it's only for governor, which doesn't really deal with immigration stuff, but I don't think I can really support this guy. I really believe what he said about the H-1B visas and the about American culture. It was so bad that you can't defend it. I mean, the guy basically said that American culture sucked. You know, the average American was lazy. They were worthless. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Why are you saying this? And Ramaswamy, he has somewhat of a sketchy record. Now, I'm not saying he's bad on the issues. I think on the majority of the issues that do matter, he understands it, like government reform. That's the stuff he's good at. You know, when it comes to reforming the government, I think that's his bread and butter. But on a lot of other issues, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I 100% support or trust Vivek Ramaswamy, especially after what he said a couple weeks ago. Now, again, if he goes against someone like, I don't know, Matt Dolan, which I don't think he will. I don't think Dolan's going to run for anything. But if Vivek Ramaswamy is the MAGA candidate over, like, a Timken type, yeah, I would probably support Ramaswamy for governor. For those that are saying that, oh, Ramaswamy would underperform so badly that he would lose the state, you're dumb. Now, would he underperform Trump? Yeah. Like, Trump won Ohio by just under 12 points. Does Vivek Ramaswamy win by 12? No. But, guys, this is the state of Ohio. This is a Republican stronghold now. This idea that by some miracle that Ramaswamy would lose? And again, we're not just talking about Trump. Even Bernie Moreno against the strongest Democrat that could run in Ohio, Sherrod Brown, he won easily. So, Bernie Moreno, who was seen as an unelectable, weak Republican, who he wasn't, by the way, he beat the longtime incumbent Sherrod Brown by like 5 to 6 points. So if he can win, and I know this is during a presidential year, but do you really think that Vivek Ramaswamy, who I think would underperform Trump, do you think he would lose this race in Ohio? Like, if this was Pennsylvania or Michigan, well, I should say Michigan because you do got a three-way race happening there, but like Pennsylvania, yeah, I could see him losing. But Ohio? The state of Ohio has become a Republican stronghold. So this idea that Ramaswamy would magically lose is ridiculous. Now, again, I think Ramaswamy on some issues is good. I think he's more of an executive type anyways. So it would be interesting to see how would he enact his policy as governor, because his philosophy is very tech bro-like, and it's kind of combines, you know, new MAGA, new America First with like tech bros, which is a bit more libertarian, I guess, but it would be interesting to see what Ramaswamy does as governor. But at the same time, I still have my questions and doubts about Ramaswamy, and some people are bringing up, there's a good chance he just becomes the second coming of Andrew Yang, where, yeah, he's a lot of good ideas, a lot of promises that are good, but then he opens his mouth and people are like, oh, wait, this guy is stupid. This guy has no clue what the hell he's talking about, and we're not going to vote for him. So that's the one concern I got. Are we getting the Ramaswamy that keeps his mouth shut? Or are we getting the one that says dumb stuff about, oh yeah, American culture is bad. You have to work 80 hours a week to be successful. What? I mean, this guy's mindset on American culture is just garbage. It's out of date. It's out of touch. And it pissed off a lot of people, not just the MAGA wing of the party. You even had Nikki Haley types going after him. When you had Nikki Haley sound smart, because she actually made a good point about what Ramaswamy said, you know you effed up bad. But that's what happened with Vivek. He effed up, he made a big mistake, which he still has yet to apologize for, or even rescinded. He didn't even clarify what he meant. But either way, if he runs for governor and he's our best option, yeah, I'll support him. But I still have my doubts about the guy. I still have questions about, will this guy actually be this America First Republican, or is he just this tech bro-like Republican that is just garbage? I don't want that. I want an America First type like Josh Hawley or JD Vance, especially in Ohio. Ohio's ground zero for the America First movement. So we should be getting far better Republicans than Ramaswamy, who I still think's decent, but the questions around him are still out there. We don't really know what this guy really believes. We don't really know if this is the second coming of Andrew Yang. But we do got a couple years before it does happen. But listen, if Ramaswamy's the nominee, will he underperform Trump? Yeah, probably. He probably will underperform Trump by 4 points, 5 points maybe. But will he lose? Hell no. Guys, just because someone underperforms does not automatically mean they're going to lose. Like, yes, someone underperforms Trump by a point in Ohio, but that doesn't mean they're going to lose the state. No. It just means they do a point worse, and it is a down ballot race, so maybe it's a slightly closer. But, guys, this is Ohio. The Democrat Party of Ohio's dead. They have no one. Even if you run Tim Ryan, you're still going to lose. You're still going to lose that race. Now, again, we got to see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see who actually runs for governor. You do got a couple of decent ones like Dave Yost, who is good on the issues he is running. But if he drops out and supports Ramaswamy, Ramaswamy could technically be the best pick here, but I would not be excited to support him. Sorry, I just truthfully, after what he said last month, the hype surrounding him, it kind of died. Which it kind of sucks because Ramaswamy, he did have good ideas and he brought up some good points, but he just couldn't keep his damn mouth shut. And now his political career, it's not dead, but it just becomes much more difficult for him to win a race, especially a primary, because, like, it is Ohio, but a lot of people are still fed up with what he said. And if someone like Dave Yost runs on the fact that, hey, Ramaswamy said you're dumb, you're lazy, the American culture's bad, you have to work 100 hours a week to be successful. If he brings that up, Ramaswamy could be in a lot of trouble. But at the same time, maybe this is Trump's doing. That's the funny part about this. Maybe Trump just got sick of Ramaswamy and he's saying, okay, dude, listen, I cannot fire you, but just go run for governor of Ohio. I'll support you if you just go away. Which would make sense because all the speculation about him running for governor and Senate, it really started to pick up steam after the visa comments were stated. So it makes you really wonder, did Trump force Ramaswamy out, which he's still part of Doge, but did he kind of force Ramaswamy out to run for governor to get out of Doge? I could see that as a legitimate possibility because this timeline adds up perfectly to, hey, Trump just wants Ramaswamy out of there, but he can't really fire him because it'll be a bad look. So he just said, hey, if you run for governor or whatever, I'll support you. In fact, he was trying to make Ramaswamy the next senator of Ohio, which doesn't make any sense. Like, if you pick him for Doge, why would you on the next day say, actually, I want Ramaswamy as the next senator. I want him to replace Vance. That doesn't make much sense, does it? So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens if Trump endorses Ramaswamy immediately, like even before he runs for governor or announces it. Yeah, you could probably guess that Trump is trying to get rid of him from Doge, or at least try to give him a better spot, maybe. We'll see, but the fact that Ramaswamy's already probably going to announce on the same day that the Senate appointment happened, which people were saying he might get the pick, it makes you really wonder. What happened behind closed doors? Was he supposed to get the pick? Did he get forced out? What happened? Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description down below. And of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.